Nate, the Patriots are sticking with their guy, Stid the Kid. Are they going to regret not trying to get or getting Cam Newton's services?
That really depends on if Cam Newton comes back and proves to be the guy that a lot of his fans hopes that he can be. I understand what Rodney is saying. When you consider Cam Newton and what he has learned so far in his career and where his football IQ can go from here if he signed with the Patriots, it's similar to what we're talking about with Jameis Winston and Jameis learning from Drew Brees and Sean Payton. And, they said that Jameis Winston is going to learn more this year than he's learned in quite some time. So it's similar that in the same vein that Cam can go to New England and become that much better of a quarterback because intellectually they tend to take their guys and they just learn so much. But like I said before, I feel like Cam Newton is an individual that can sit back, really relax, heal up, rehab. And then when it's time for a team to need him, which I know it will happen, you guys know every single season, right around training camp, maybe September-ish, a quarterback goes down. It's like a number one goes down on a team, a number two goes down somewhere else. And then Cam Newton, fully healthy, fully motivated, he can swoop in and save the day and be Superman like he truly is. But I don't believe that Cam's in any type of rush to sign anywhere either. And their lives, I wouldn't say the problem. I think that's just the bridge that he's going to have to try to cross at some point.
I think about the word regret, and it's like, what's the scenario where they would regret it? And if they're regretting it, it means that Cam Newton's had some amazing season for some other team, and 31 other teams are going to be regretting it too. If the Patriots go 2-14, are they going to be kicking themselves because they didn't get Cam Newton? Maybe for this year, but 2-14 would mean that Stidham's not the guy, and they can turn the page and draft another young quarterback. That's how I look at that. The comparison I'm trying to make, because I'm trying to think of a quarterback that was like a veteran that had injury issues, that was unsigned. And the only one I could think of that really is the same level of Cam is Drew Brees back in 04-05 when the Miami Dolphins brought him in for a physical and did not sign off with the medical advisor saying, Drew Brees' shoulder, I just don't feel comfortable with this. And Nick Saban ended up not signing Drew Brees, and instead they went with Dante Culpepper, who ironically enough had knee issues. So that's the only one I can think of, because to me, this is not as much about Cam's big personality or what Cam brings to a locker room. No, that's going to be okay. They don't know if Cam's healthy or not. So I don't know how you could regret not signing a guy that you don't know can actually play and you haven't had your doctor's take. So I'm going to say no. No matter what, the Patriots will move on, or they'll be one of just 31 other teams that regretted not signing Cam Newton.
There's a lot of factors that go into this, no doubt about it, Shreg, and you mentioned the health aspect of it. I think the Patriots could end up with a lot of regret this offseason. Maybe they may regret not letting Tom Brady play another year or two there too. So I think the fact that we have an MVP from 2015 still out there on the street looking for a team, it's mind-boggling. And the only thing I could think of is that it's not just the 2 shoulder surgeries that he's had back-to-back seasons, and that all summer long we talk about when's Cam going to throw and how's his shoulder, what's wrong with his shoulder, does it look different. Add to that the Liz Frank injury. Guys, the Liz Frank injury ended my career. Right? That is a huge injury. I'm actually more concerned about that injury than I am the shoulder injuries that he's sustained. The Liz Frank injury, when you're a big physical quarterback like that who likes to run, that could be a huge determining factor in whether or not he ends up being a starting quarterback again. So I think that's the biggest concern. I'll throw this out there. Feel free to jump on any of this if you guys want. The Patriots might regret signing Andy Dalton more than Cam Newton, because Andy Dalton is healthy. He's ready to go. If Jarrett Stidham falls on his face, Andy Dalton would have been a great security blanket to hand the ball off to and say, look, it's your team. We already know that the Patriots have been advanced scouting the Bengals, so they had all kinds of intel on Andy Dalton.
Good. On to Cincinnati, Sean?
Jeez Louise. On to Cincinnati, clearly. We'll see. The Stidham experiment will be very interesting. We'll see if they find their future at quarterback, or if not, they'll, of course, have the chance to pick up a new kid in the 2021 loaded QB draft.